Okay, so now we want to give users the ability to add, edit, and delete their own projects. So up until this point, we actually have all the CRUD operations complete for adding, updating, and deleting projects. And now we just want to make sure that those projects are associated with a specific user. And we also want to make sure that only the project owner can edit and delete a specific project. So let's go ahead and build this in. So the first thing I'll do is link these up right here so we don't have any links at this point. So let's go ahead and go into our users app and into account.html. So down here, we'll scroll down to the project section, and we already have all the views and URLs for this, so we can just point to those. So we'll set this one, and this is going to URL, and then we're pointing to create-project. And then we also want to update those two links down here. So in these two links, we want to change this one to edit project or update. So we'll set the URL tag here, URL, and then that's pointing to update-project. And then we want to pass in the project ID. So we'll just do project.id. Now for delete, that'll be pretty much the same kind of route here, or the URL. So we'll set that to delete-project, and then the project ID. Okay, so we link these up, and I want to show you something. So if I go ahead and refresh this, if I go to add project, a user can add a project here. So we can set the title, add the picture, and so on. But the only problem is when I add a project, it will not be associated to my account. So it won't appear down here. It'll be listed out here because it's a project in the database, but we have no way of actually associating it with a specific user. So let's go back into our projects app. And what we want to do is get the user instance and then add that whenever we're creating a new project. So inside of the create project view, let's go ahead and get the logged in user. So we can do that by first setting the profile variable and then going into request.user.profile. So you already have to be logged in to actually create a project. So now we just want to make sure we can get that currently logged in user. And then we want to go into the save method. And what we'll do here is we'll first get the instance of the project. So we'll just do project, and that's going to be set to form.save. And we'll just do commit, and we'll set that to false. So we've done this before, and basically what this is going to do is give us an instance of that current project, and then we can go into that project and update that owner attribute. So we'll just do project.owner. So remember, that is a one-to-many relationship, and we're just going to set that to profile. So if we go back into the models here for the project, we have an owner connected to the profile model. So all we're doing is we're setting that currently logged in user, we're setting that to the project, and now we can just do project.save. So that's it. We just took the logged in user, updated the project itself. So we just modified that attribute and then resaved it, and there we go. So that's it for the adding section. So let's try this. So if I go ahead and go to add project, I can go ahead and say new project, and we'll leave that blank right there. We won't add a description, and let's submit that. So if I see this in the project section now, I can see that it's by Dennis Ivanov. So how did it know that? Well, all that logic we added in, it just took the currently logged in user, and now that is here. So to edit a project, we also need to change this up. So at this point, if I go to edit, and if I'm logged in as a different user, in theory, if I know your project ID, I could just go to this route and paste this into my browser and then modify that. So what I want to do is make sure that only the logged in user can actually edit a project. So we'll go into the update project section, and instead of doing project.objects.get, what we'll do is we'll first get the profile, so the logged in user, and we'll just do profile, and that's going to be set to request.user.profile. So we're getting that one-to-one relationship. And then we're just going to do profile dot, and then we'll just do project underscore set dot get. So we are querying only that user's profiles. So we just changed this right here and how we're getting it. So we're getting all the children. So underscore set is going to give us all the projects of that user. So if a user tries to visit this route and that is not in their list of projects, this is going to throw back an error, and we can render out some kind of different error later, but that's going to ensure that only the owner can update that. So that's it for update. And then for delete, I'm just going to copy this and do the same exact thing. So we're just going to get the profile, and then we're going into profile, and then dot project underscore set, and we can get rid of objects here. So that's it. So now we just ensure that only a logged in user and the owner of a particular project can delete it. So that's it for this section. In the next section, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and build in the CRUD operations for the skills here. So we can add skills, add skills, update, and delete skills. So if I go in here, I just want to make sure the links are working. If I log in as a different user, this will automatically throw in an error. So only the user can visit this link.